favor of Renegades was, I mean, they're one of the better teams out there on train. It's probably one of their best maps. If you go back and look at it, it's going to be solid one way or the other. Slightly CT-sided IMO, that's arguable, to be honest with you. It really is. I think this is probably, with Dust 2 getting taken out of the map pool, this is probably the most even map that's in the map pool right now, one way or the other. Seen many times where you've seen a strong CT half come out from both teams or a strong T-side half come out from both teams. Typically speaking, it's usually pretty even for the most part. So we'll see how things pan out here. Remember, Renegades picked up both pistol rounds in that last map. They showed no signs of relenting once they picked up that pistol and carried it forward, and basically just thrust themselves into a 16-2 victory that way. So very important are the pistol rounds. We'll see how things go into this, but right now, very slow strategy out from the Denial Esports side. They do have 2 smokes, a Molotov, and a flash left in their arsenal. XP3 throws out his smoke over towards the A bomb site. That's where the rotation looks to be going with the bomb. 1 player left over here and useless for the backstab potential. We'll see them start to push in, but it's a retake situation here for Renegades on that bomb site. Let me get the HP at the bottom of the screen. Apologies for not having that. They're going to sniff out this player that's over here in Toxic, and they're going to frag him up. Maxi goes down. JKS going to net themselves the first kill of the round. And now Fetz, he's going to try to put himself into a position to be successful. Not successful. Adder's going to find his head, and now the retake is on. XP3, this is a cheeky angle. Nope, he's going to push forward, and Az is going to take him down as well. Push out from back quad. Finally on the board. Flow 6 going to roast one down, and now it's going to be Anger to try and make something happen. Trying to tap away, does manage to find one. They do have a kit behind this, and Adder's going to sit the bomb. Az is going to find the frag, and another pistol round goes the way of Renegades. What I was saying, though, is like the angle that XP3 was playing. We saw this happen last night when Liquid played against Selfless, where you can tuck yourself into this corner and just hold your camera like this, or hold your point of view like this, and you can see them run past, and it's very difficult for them to see you, and then you can turn and get the backstab on the players coming around. He decided to wide peek out from A main and ended up getting clapped for it. So, not necessarily the decision that I would have recommended. I would have liked to see a more of a stealthy ninja style play there, but that's just me. However, we'll see how things go. Onto the anti-eco Denial Esports with the bomb plant. They're going to look for the 3rd round buy, but that nade, not only is it crushing on the HP, it's crushing on the soul. Flashbang comes in, and this should be the mop-up. There it is, 1, 2, 3. A couple bullets left in that UMP, but the flank is already upon them. 1 frag on the board. Last 2 come out for Yam, and a 2-0 scoreline for Renegades. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So a good start to this one for the Renegade side. Again, 2-0, P90 Princess. This time it's Ustilo. Last time it was JKS. Trying to go for some feel-good frags, but they're going to be met with some resistance. It is the early buy from Denial. They do have 3 smokes to work with. Had 2 flashes. Now they only have 1. They're going to go for the run boost here on towards that A bomb site. And booyah. So it's going to be the P90 up on high. But it's JKS that opens things up with a nice frag onto Flowsick. Falls back out of the vent side. He's going to find himself a nice little angle, but they have given up mid-control in the meantime. So Fetz, forward position here by Catbox, but Yam playing very far back in the Z hallway. Going to allow them to gather vent control and try to push in towards B. You still have Adder and JKS locking down that B bomb site. The man advantage is going the way of the Aussies so far into this one. Ooh, head spotted. Flashbang comes out. Maxi gets caught by it. No capitalization there from Yam in the connector. Smoke towards Z. Going to allow a little bit of vision up towards the A bomb site. Azza just taking a couple of jump peeks. Looks like they want to shuffle that bomb in towards B as it is in the vents on the back of Anger right now. Maxi does find Yam coming out. They weren't ready for it. Adder goes down, caught with his pants down over in the backside of that B bomb site. Are they going to predict JKS? No, but he does get taken down anyway. So a good looking round here from Denial, and they might find themselves an early one on the board. Maxi still over here in mid, does good damage onto Azza. They might try to double team him and take him down, but he has gotten his way through the vents in towards the checker side for safety. So at this point, it's a UMP and a P90 to carry over for the CT side. Money doesn't look all that bad. Adder can probably invest into the next round. Not going to be the strongest buy. Ustilo can likely drop a weapon over. If he can manage to... Well, he's got the P90, so even if he manages to get kills, they're not going to really net a whole lot of cash money. So we'll see. Exit coming around. Azza around the corner. Lays the dink, but XP3 going to be able to find the kill as he was low on HP to begin with. So it is going to be the P90 carried over. Azza tried to go for a little extra cheddar from that round, but unfortunately not able to find it. And yeah, they could potentially go for a force into this. And you can see Yam already on the op. They're going to put Azza on an M4. JKS should have money to burn as well. Be able to pick up some armor and potentially get dropped over a SMG, a UMP likely to go into his hands, and that's exactly what it's going to be. So 2-1 Denial doing a better job on this map already than the last map, but we'll see if they can hold strong here, as it is going to be the force out from Renegades. 2 M4s, a P90, a UMP, and an AWP. Quick push over towards A main. Azza is around the corner. He's going to take a peek, and he's going to get taken down. Maxi going to find that. Yam close quarters with the AWP. Maxi spotted. Maxi taken down, and that's going to be the M4 now salvaged here for the CT side to work with. Smoke does get through the door. Would have been insult to injury if he was able to shut it and block the smoke from blooming in the first place. But with that return of two frags coming out from the Renegade side, likely not going to be the case. And now Feds completely blinded A main. That's the bomb down. Nade comes back out towards Squeaky side. Bomb dropped an A main XP3. Not ready for this close quarters battle. And Ustilo's going to find another one. So it's down to Flowsick. And this is a reset Denial Esports can't afford. There you go, Ustilo picking up the quad on the round. Started off with a P90, now he's up to an AK. So his first 4 kills of the match, and that's going to be a 3-1 scoreline now for Renegades. And again, team effort, 4 kills for 3 of them. Force back in from Denial. They know the money situation on the Renegade side isn't exactly super healthy, but only losing 1 player into the last round is definitely going to help fortify their buys moving forward. Aggression is the name of the game here from the CT side. Jump spotting behind the box. I don't know if Flowsick can actually hear a lot of this, but they're going to hear movement over towards Squeaky side. Reverse boost JKS. Nice shot from Anger. He's looking for that second player, but that's going to be Adder tucked away in the corner. Tries to get the smoke out. He's going to lose his life. Fet's pushing in front of that. Speaking of pushes, Yam outside of B main, going to be looking for an AWP frag early on. Not going to be spotting anything as they've already taken over mid control. The issue is they have vents, and now they have no backstab. Nice double from Yam. Nice triple from Yam, and a nice... Nope, not going to take the peek. Gets the bomb down and brings things back heavy-handed into the Renegade's favor, so Anger going to be your last man standing. I thought he was going to go for the quad peek, and unfortunately that's not going to be the thing that he does. Anger trying to infiltrate the back lines towards tree room. Not going to spot anything over in that avenue of attack, but it is going to be a good looking round here for Renegades. Nicely done from Yam to fortify the defenses over towards B, single-handedly holding that spot. Anger though, 30 seconds, still time on the clock. He could backstab the player that's playing in vents. That's Ustilo. Azza over by A main, so he's going to have no ability to go for the trade frag, but that will alert them to his position. Ooh, bypasses it. Is Ustilo going to turn around? No, so they don't even peek it. Now he's going to go back to where he was at the very beginning of this. 10 seconds. Surely going to be a save at this point. He either needs to go in suicide or save. He is going to get the kill, salvage the AWP, and hang on to that for the next round. So that will be a 4-1 scoreline. No extra cash money here for Anger. They are going to try to chase a little bit here, but they aren't going to get to him in time. He saves the AWP. No extra money. $700. That's going to get thrown forward to XP3, who has a front spawn to go for a peek over towards B. So we'll see. What's Yam's spawn? Yam's got a front spawn to go for a peek at B. So we could see an AWP-on-AWP duel over here towards B. Yam's going to go mid anyway and make me look like an idiot. Thanks, Yam. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Vet's trying to take a duel here in mid with a deagle. Going to get taken down to 20 HP. Leg shot comes out. XP3 did go and tempt the fates over towards B, but wasn't able to find anything over in that area. Ustilo Able to find some decent damage onto Maxi. Drops out the incendiary as well. That's going to shy them away from that avenue of attack. Remember, it is just pistols to work with. XP3 did buy up the armor to go behind that. They've got one up in lockers. Going to get aggressive behind this. Ustilo. Ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-ting, walla-walla. Now dead to an op. Yam, though, does get the swift return onto Flowsick on the other side of the map. Flashbang goes in towards A main. XP3 completely blinded up. His teammates behind him. Not going to be able to do much, but Anger does salvage an AK out of that situation. He does have the armor to go behind it. Boost comes out. This is nice. There's the peek out. Yam swiftly dispatching of Anger. And now look at this from Azza. The backstab potential. Finds one. Spots the one wrapping on quad. Not able to relay the information fast enough for Yam, so he gets clapped and taken down. And now we're going to leave it on a 2 versus 3. Now a 1 versus 3. And now just Maxi alive. Now a 0 versus 3. So nice job across the board. And we will see them continue on forward. I love Kuda. If you wanna try and step up here, man, I'll give you mumble information. You can try to see how good of a caster you are, bruh. So everybody in chat can call you shit as well. Or you can just post your crappy comments all the time, and I'll gladly time you out. 5-1 scoreline. Renegades looking good again here on their CT side. AWP frag from Yam. I love that position. He's hunkered down. He's gonna find a second. Possibilities for a third. No, that's gonna finally be able to take him down, but relief comes in. Ustilo is going to take him down, salvage the AWP. And we will see a 6-1 lead now for Renegades as we continue forward. 7 rounds now behind us, 8th upon us. Another gun round going to come out here. Denial Esports going to be looking for it. Trying to double their score right now. Oh, rip that nade. That was a team nade that did 41 damage to Adder. Because he decided to hop and skip as opposed to just run like a normal person. Costs him damn near half his health pool. Fet's in a good spot if they went for the aggression towards mid, but instead they're just going to boost one and fall back from that. One defined underneath. For a second, I thought he might have gone for the knife kill, but Flowsick caught with his pants down. Anger is going to go down also. Smoke comes in towards B. That's going to be the incendiary to do a little bit of tickling damage onto him. There is a gap in the smoke, so he might be able to find something through that. They, however, do find their way onto the site. This is one of the first bomb plants that Denial has gotten so far. 2 plants so far in the entirety of this matchup. Yam and XP3 going to trade places over towards tree, but then all falls to crap real quick. Denial get taken down. And we will see the 7-1 scoreline come out for Renegades. So, again, tough spot for Denial to be in. But them getting that bomb plant, we are going to see most likely another buy come out. As they are going to hold over a $4,600 cash money bank here on the Denial side. So things looking pretty solid right now. So back to the buy again for Denial Esports. 5 AKs, no AWP in the hands of either Maxi or XP3. Yeah, I'm going to go aggressive towards Squeaky. Haven't really seen this too much on the CT side from Renegades yet. They've been favoring towards A main a lot of the time. Flowsick is over here. They shy away. Asa, though, gets picked off early on. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for the trade, but he's overwhelmed, and Maxi's going to double up. 2-man advantage here for Denial Esports. Hopefully they don't throw it off a cliff and actually get in there and find some good positive post-plant positions. Anger caught out. Adder's going to find one. Ustilo another. We're back into a 3 versus 3. Wow. Incredible shot by Maxi. Wow. Going to find JKS, so at least keeping things on an even keel for the beginning of that, but it is going to start to fall apart here for the CT side of Renegades, and Maxi's going to find a 4K on the round and double the rounds for Denial into a 2 to 7 situation. Sorry, my inner Christopher Walken came out there for a second. Don't know what happened. Blacked out. 5 rounds the difference, though. Renegades. And again, going to go for that cheeky angle. Yam looking for the fast boost. Maxi probably not going to expect this. He's going to show himself, and he's going to get taken down and immediately ninja vanish in the smoke. So nicely played from Renegades, and they find themselves the man advantage 8 seconds into the round. So, again, good start here, and a reset for Denial would be catastrophic. You can see they've got very little money to work with. Barring a bomb plan, it's definitely possible for them to completely screw over their money once again. So, 7-2, 5-on-4. And the hit's going to come in towards A. Look at this play, though. The ball's on Ustilo to take that fight around the smoke. Finds one. Good damage on his second. However, his teammates are starting to get dwindled down. It's Yam that falls next. Azza by quad. Oh! Able to take down Anger. Not sure what the hell that shot was. Just popping some shots into the smoke. Is going to get burned out of position, but it doesn't matter. He finds the shot anyway. Azza. Nicely done. 8-2 now. Renegades resetting Denial. We're going to see that 6-round lead here for the Renegades side. Denial back onto the pistols. Yam not really too much pressure coming his way with the AWP. It looks like they're going to filter in towards the A bomb site. Good incendiary comes out to hold him back, thwart that push just a little while longer. Flow sick over here towards the squeaky room. Door gets shut. Ustilo finds the opener. XP3 on the dirt already. Ustilo actually going for a little bit of a chase here. All right. Coming around for the back lines. Spots out Flowsick, going back in toward mid-garage. Anger's going to fall as well, leaving just Fetzt alone. I was focused on Ustilo. I thought he was going to get to the backside of somebody at some point, but unfortunately not the case. 7 rounds the difference, though. Renegades find a 9th, looking for the double digits once again in the opening half. Remember, they won map number 1 on train 16-2. Forced buy out from Denial. Not a lot of money on the board. 2 Tech 9s, a Galil, and an AK. Difficult position for them to be in, to say the least. JKS shucking and jiving, dodging those bullets from Fetz. Nice spot from Flowsick, able to spot out Ustilo. So the opening pick is going to go the way of the Denial Esports squad. Yam over here towards checker side, switching his position once again. XP3 over here in checker room. Gonna take the jump spot. Gonna get lagged up, tagged up. Not fragged up, though. I have to sneeze. Maybe. Woo! Called it. Yeah! Feel better. Good times. Reverse boost is up there. They're not ready for it. And JKS is gonna spray down, too. Anger and Fetz both down. Bomb lost in mid. And that's one prong of the 2-pronged attack in towards that B bomb site that gets completely obliterated. So starting off well here. Thank you. Thank you for the bless you. Appreciate that. Started off well for Denial getting that opening pick, and it goes to crap from them not actually catching a lot of these guys coming around. And that reverse boost has been bountiful for Renegades. I mean, every single time that they've gone for that boost, they've picked up 1 or 2 kills almost every time. JKS, nice shot there on XP3. He's going to finish off the round with 4 kills. And double digits acquired for Renegades. So things looking good. 8 rounds the difference, and Renegades again off to a roaring start. Now I'm curious, one thing that I didn't notice was on train, was JKS using a silenced M4 or was he using an M4A4? Is he one of those kind of players that actually switches his rifle based on what map it is? And yes, Gatehead, you're correct. This is Mega Man casting. They don't upgrade the MooBot for some reason, so unfortunately, yeah. Team kill coming in, but fast aggression here from the T side, and it's paying off thus far. Now, however, it is going to go into a 2 versus 3. Bomb does get planted. Azza! Oh, sweet Jesus. He got that one tap through the smoke a couple of rounds ago, and this time he's just going to spam one straight away through the checkers side. Will fall to Fetz. That leaves it, or pardon me, it was Ustilo that falls to Fetz. Flashbang in. He's going to push on forward. They're looking for him, but he hasn't shown his hand just yet. Now comes around. Anger will dispatch of him. Denial Esports, 3 rounds and a half. I linked my Twitter for those of you that were asking. Feel free to follow me if you feel so inclined. If not, well, screw you too, buddy. 10-3 scoreline. Denial trying to make at least a bit of a half out of this one. Remember, this is their map pick. Nade comes in. Ustilo's going to be able to find the opener, but Fet's there to trade. Finds the double. Immediately traded back by Adder. A name that we haven't really said too terribly much. He's been quiet throughout this half. He is down there at 7-4, but no big deal. Bomb going to get planted over here towards the A-bomb site. 3-on-3 Sitch. Spam through the smoke. JKS going to find Flowsick over peeking. Bomb's planted. Fall back. Hang on to your health pool, man. Retake is on. Fet's trying to play the corner. Is he going to peek out? Is he going to get taken down? Not taking the fight just yet. Are they going to clear it? Yes, they will. They find both kills, and it's going to go 11-3. The bomb plant might allow them to go for a little bit more into the next round. Anger's going to have money. Fetz will have a decent amount of money. XP3 as well. Maxi and Flowsick are going to be broke as a joke. Anger should be able to drop one over. JKS is nuts, man. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'll come out and say it. He's the best player that's on the Renegades roster. I don't think that there's any real debate for that. No, he is 12-2-6. He's the third fragger on the team. But again, the frags are distributed evenly across the board. It's Yam that's had a pretty solid half, and Azza doing a good job over towards A. Adder going to spot one over towards the top side of mid. Mid control the order of the day. They're going to go for a fast split, possibly towards B, as they're continuing to pour over the boost box. Flowsick tagged up. Azza and Yam both tagged up as well. And Azza's going to find Flowsick, so he continues his tirade over here towards this A bomb site. Another kill for him. He's on 17, 16, 15, 14. Okay, he's on 14. Yep. I know what I'm talking about. JKS gonna gladly greet Fetz over here outside of that B bomb site. Now they've got mid control, but what do they do with it? Passive position here from Adder. Easy kill for him. Maxi goes down. 2 players left alive. XP3 and Anger. Adder does fall, but Azza there for the trade, and that's one thing that Renegades have been doing so much better. Oh! Alright. I was going to say, that's one thing that Renegades have been doing so much better than Denial is their trade game has been so strong. For every 1 kill that Denial gets, Renegade seems to get 2. And that's the crazy part about it. So we are going to see a 12-3 halftime score, and Denial heftily on the back foot. And again, you know, we talk about what side it is this map, and sure, it might lean towards the CT side, but only in like an 8-7, 9-6 style. So a 12-3 beatdown when you're on the T side is definitely a poor half out of the Denial side. And remember, so far in this series, Renegades are 3 for 3 in pistol rounds. They're going to be looking to pick up a 4th pistol round here. It looks like we might just see the Glock train in towards the B bomb site. They actually go over Sandbag's side and boost players up onto the mid roof. They're going to have 3 players over there. Nobody watching B to start off the round. If Renegades went quick, it would have been a fast plane in towards the B bomb site. However, I'm going to slow things down and play it smart. Play at a time. No big deal. There you go. They're going to make their way on in, but Anger and Flowsick able to find a couple. Flowsick onto a second. So it is going to come into a 2 versus 4. Grenade's going to rain on in. Incendiary is going to go towards default as well. That's going to flush a player out. Can they get the frag out? Yes, they will. Flowsick is going to be able to fall. It's going to come down to Ustilo in the back lines, and we will see a pistol round picked up from Denial Esports. So difficult positioning to say the least, but they will find one. So finally an opportunity for Denial to string some rounds together, something they've struggled with throughout the matchup. You can see it was sporadic to say the least. 1 round in the 3rd on the early bye. They got 1 round in the, the 9th, and then 1 round in the 13th. So not able to string them together. And that money situation has been dire to say the least. Renegade's going to go for the save in the 3rd round bye. P90 comes out for Anger. UMP on the board for Flowsick, 2 M4s and a FAMAS. See what they bring to the table here. It looks like it is going to be a hit towards B. Adder spotted. Maxi is going to be able to find him. Drops a smoke out to deny the aggression to come out. They'll have to push the smoke if they want to get in there anytime soon, but with 1:15, there's no reason to do that. Trying to get this forward position. Yeah, looking for checkers control. Not spotting anybody just yet. They're going to be hunkered down in the bomb site. There's a gap on that smoke that they're going to be able to peer through. Anger and Maxi are holding on this B bomb site for now. Window popped out. Push coming in. And the hit is on. Anger able to find 1. Doubled up by Maxi. And it's a clean round from Denial Esports. Going to mow them down. The nerd mower comes out from Anger. But we will see the 3rd round AK buy on the board here from Renegades. So the pressure is going to be on. That's why they bought up heavy onto the FAMAS and the 2 M4s. Remember, we do have another best of 3 coming up after this one. It will be Misfits versus Complexity. So keep that in mind. Aggression from the CT side. Met with a spray down by JKS. They lose 2 in that exchange. Flowsick trying to get aggressive on another side of the map to find an opening pick, but he's going to get denied as well. Denial on the back foot. 2 players left alive. Footsteps being made over here towards Z. XP3 might go for the peek. Will jiggle it. Shake it, jiggle it, flashbang out. Denied by Yam anyway. All down to Maxi, 1 versus 4. He's got 1 4K in the matchup so far, but on 8 HP, likely not a lot he's going to be able to do. All the way back over towards B. The issue is Ustilo towards the CT spawn side. And that is a crisp, clean kill, 13-5 in favor of Renegades. 8 rounds the difference. Not looking good for Denial. They're going to force back into this one. M4 on the board, AWP as well. See what else they pick up. FAMAS back into the hands of XP3. M4 on board for Anger and Fets. No incendiary to deny the early boost information gathered here from the terrorist side. XP3 jiggle peeks again. Spots the player on boost. I believe he got wide enough to spot that. Molly towards checkers. Flushes the player back towards the backside. That's Maxi with the AWP. Boost play. Flowsick gooshed, though, through the corner of the box. There's the reverse boost from Anger. Able to net himself a kill, and now the rotate heavy-handed over towards this A bomb site. Smoke comes out towards the squeaky door. XP3 trying to throw a little bit of spam through there. Not able to connect anything just yet. Ustilo trying to make his way out. Azza already on site. Fet's going to be able to dispatch of him. Now the incendiary comes back towards the default side. Flowsick, aggressive. Pushes around the corner of the smoke. He loses his life, bringing it back into a 4 versus 3. It's going to come down to Adder. He's going to lose his, and Maxi finds JKS over towards B, leaving just 1 player alive, Ustilo, and the trade comes out. The round goes in favor of Denial. Salvage up a little bit of utility and some upgraded firepower, and well, they're going to reset Renegades here. So it is going to come back a little bit here for Denial. They're going to have an opportunity at another round before all is said and done. I said crisp, clean kill, not crisp, clean lock. You are safe for the time being. And again, I still didn't recognize you because I didn't put a plural on it. The mowdown ensuing into this round. XP3 is going to be able to find 2 over towards mid. Azza, a little bit of a silver lining as he does manage to find 1 on Fets. But that is all she wrote. Anger with the floating hand over there. He's going to take down Yam. So a 7th round on the board here for the Denial Esports side. Double save. Renegades, they want to get every piece of economy, every piece of economic advantage that they can, every piece of utility going forward. And we will see how things pan out. Tech 9 buy for them. Yeah, I'm going to stay on the armorless buy. A lot of nades getting tossed out here. Ustilo trying to get some intel. Going to be able to find 1. Check above you! Not able to get the second. He's going to get backstabbed by Anger on high and mid, but the push is coming in towards B. They haven't vacated the bomb site. Maxie's still here with the AWP. He's going to be able to find 1. Coming back around from vents, Anger will lose his life. It's going to be down to Maxie to try to hold the push. Flashbang out. He's blinded up. Are they going to push towards tree? They will. They find 1. Flow sick. Flow sick. Finally able to find it, but in the meantime, Fets goes down. Flow sick sitting on 33 health. So, a round that Renegades have no business winning. Looking pretty good for them. They've got an M4 and an AK, and the crossfire is set. Flowsick walks in towards headshot. Surely Yam is going to decapitate him with a well-placed AK-47 bullet. Azza just going for a little pre-fire up towards heaven in case that's his avenue of attack. Azza, there it is. Flowsick down. 14 rounds acquired for Renegades. Economy swap comes out, but money has been earned for Denial, so they're going to be back into the investment. Should be able to drop a rifle over, or at least a UMP for Fets. What's he going to have? Still on a USB? Yeah, going to get dropped over an ump. So 2 umps, 2 M4s, and an ump set up for Denial's side. They're down, but they're not out just yet. Map, match, and series point on the line for Renegades. Like they want to pressure towards mid, and Adder goes with bomb. Curious decision there. Stilo is going to be able to answer back. Answer back in spades. Manages to find 3 kills from the boost. 1 more rotating back around towards the Z hallway, but they've already initiated contact over towards B. Flowsick left wondering what the hell happened to his team over here in mid. Incendiary just completely roasting Maxie. He stands in it down to 20. They're going to shy away from the rest of this round. However, Azza coming around, and Maxie loses his life. No, see, the issue is you guys don't understand the higher thinking of that play, all right? You don't understand the higher thinking of that play that Adder just had. That was actually a really pro play. Go through the smoke, lose the bomb. They're all distracted because they're going, oh my god, the bomb's on the ground here in middle. Ustilo gets boosted up and just shreks them. So yeah, that was a next level cerebral play from Adder, going through the smoke and losing bomb. That was a scripted play, guaranteed. How tall am I? 6'4". Yeah, that was a next level play right there. No, that was an EU tactic. Let's be real. Let's be real. That was EU. EU play all the way. XP3 molly out towards boost. Going to deny the fast play this time from Ustilo, but we'll see how things go as JKS is going to be able to find the opener over towards B.